Who brought the popcorn? Or didn't? Donnie? Where's the popcorn? Let me know if I'm quieter. I think I might be quieter. Hopefully not too quiet. I can't fix it. Camera fixed itself, though. That's the good news. Figure that one out. So anyway, waiting on the popcorn. All right, I'm going to butcher another song. This is the way. I am no one's got pizza. All right. This summer I went swimming. This summer I might have drowned. But I held my breath and I kicked my feet and I moved my arms around. Moved my arms around. This summer I swam in the ocean and I swam in a swimming pool. Salt my wounds, chlorine my eyes. I'm a self-destructive fool. I'm a self-destructive fool. This summer I did the backstroke, and you know that that's not all. I did the breaststroke and the butterfly and the old Australian crawl. The old Australian crawl. This summer I swam in a public place at a reservoir to boot. At the latter I was informal, at the former I wore my suit. I wore my swimming suit, yeah. This summer I did swan dives and jackknives for you all. And once when you weren't looking, I did a cannonball. I did a cannonball. This summer I went swimming. This summer I might have drowned. But I held my breath and I kicked my feet and I moved my arms around. I moved my arms around. Yeah. There you go. Scrap Pack peeps, what is up? But are you a mother plucker? That's the question. Greetings, everybody. How's it going? What is up? This is Dead Dodge Garage Live. Happy Sunday to all. Excuse me, and to all, a happy Sunday. Ben Braddock, here comes Hemi Claus. Yeah. I have all kinds of boxes of things, which I suppose I should open. But first, I have to let you know it's actually warm in here, which is really weird. Also, as mentioned, the camera, the thing fixed itself, but I think I'm whiter than usual. Stay. Also, I'm drinking Gatorade. Buddy Phillips wants to know, when's the video on the Daytona? It's coming up. I'd say within a couple weeks, we should see that. Guy Cooler said the Challenger carb looked more like a motorcycle carb. It's a standard Weber. Fox Can Fix It Garage is here for the Mitsubishi Mopar content. He did a video on doing a head on one of those, which I popped over and watched. Where did you buy your cylinder head? Because I need to do that. I saw a guy listing them in the 4G54 engine group, which is a thing. Yeah. Anyway. See, now everything's messed up again because it fixed whatever. Anyway, it's not that important. Jimmy Babs, happy holidays. Alan Perryman also here. How's it going, Alan? Todd Denial, hopefully everyone has a Merry Christmas when it arrives. I'm planning to, and on that note, Ben Braddock, who had the first comment about Hemi Claus, sent me a present, and I haven't opened it, and so I decided I would open it on this very live stream. Keep your gift a surprise. Unwrap before opening this envelope. Okay, I can do that. Ren's channel loved the new Challenger video. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's doing quite well. I'm pleased. The little note thing says, Merry Christmas. Now you can eat with your pinky up. All right. This is a lot of work. Good evening, fat guy in overalls, who happens to be a member. And Belle James is also here. And Rooster, who says I should have a present from him, but I don't yet. Ooh. Ooh. Huh. I've never heard of this before. The original Tortuga Caribbean rum cake. Taste of the Islands. Golden original. Handcrafted golden original rum cake with walnuts. I'll be damned. And it's packed in like a, well, it's not wood, but it looks like it is. Apparently, this is world famous, and yet I've never heard of it. I'm excited. Thank you, Ben. I will definitely eat that with my pinky up. I'm going to resist the urge to get into it right now because I ate a bunch of cookies before getting on. The other thing I wanted to show you, I think I mentioned, I know I mentioned the scrap pack decal, the scrap pack thing. I did a design, but then Steven Andrews did a way, way, way better design. His is basically a copy of the original. Mine, I actually drew this by myself from scratch, and I flashed that in a previous live stream, and I showed it in the Discord. And so I ordered some test ones, but I, for some reason, got the giant size. I wanted to put these on the side windows of the Challenger. I need them to be this big. This is too much big. I still like my design. I think it's cool. And I actually did draw that in an art program with wavy, curvy lines. And I might do both. I might do this one and Steven's. I just think Steven's is, I don't know, it's way better done than mine. And it's got that right classic character. But this is too big. The size of the original Scat Pack decal is about half this. 2.5 inch maybe. Yeah. So I'm going to get some more in that size, and I'll probably just do Steven's design. And the other thing is Vic can make them that big. Well, yeah. I'm sure you can. Oh, nice. Tom just opened his present, which is a box of DDG merch, which I knew was coming, because of course I did. Well, happy Christmas and have fun. Spitfire Mike, no, you cannot have my rum cake. No, I haven't gotten anything from your house yet, Vic. Yes, I know what's coming. Anyway, the other thing I was going to show you is Diesel, the white-tailed buck, drew up a demon shirt. And so I got test stickers and test demon shirts. My wife says the design is too far down on the shirt, so maybe I need to tweak that. Pretty cool, though. Yeah, I think she's right. Also, I would have liked to have made it a little larger on there, but it didn't like that. I was afraid it wasn't going to print in good enough quality. I do like it. I got it on white and on black. Is this the first time Tom has had any DDG merch? Yes. Kind of messed up. Mark, I hope my shekels were used appropriately. I hope so too. Todd and I made apple pie for Christmas. It's not easy to resist uncorking it sooner though. Nice. I've had some really good apple pie, the liquid kind, before. It's been a while though. Larry Barker is here. Good evening, Larry. Jamie McClafferty asked if I took advantage of the advanced auto stores closing in the West. No, we don't have any near here. They bought out the CarQuest here and closed it like years ago now. So, yeah. I apologize for getting a ton of comments and not seeing all of them. Ren's channel heard some spoilers for the new Challenger video, but won't tell. Oh, okay. Nice. Peter Ralph, what car would you advise a high school aged first time car buyer to look for? Toyota Corolla. But if they want something a little bit more fun, you know, something 80s rear wheel drivey, you know, they don't have enough power usually to immediately spin out and crash into a telephone pole. And they can actually be fun. But yeah, Toyota Corolla is the right answer. Or Honda Civic, but most of them are so screwed up by now. Anyway, I also got a Test Demon shirt, actually 2 of them, in black. But notice it's shinier looking on the black shirt, and I don't know why that is. On the white shirt, it like soaked into the material nicely, and on this, it just kind of looks like a sticker on the shirt. And my other designs haven't looked like that, so I don't know what's going on. No idea. The white one's really sweet, though. Anyway, we're working on it. Mitchell. I don't have time to watch these videos right now. Mitchell, who's also often, wow, that was bad. Often in these live stream comments, got the crew cab truck back. Well, I say back. He had never had it. I picked it up from Tom's, brought it here, did all the things, and then had him take it for now. And he brought over his Daytona. His Shelby Daytona. Yeah. Anyway, immediately it had a high idling problem, which it had never done here at all. It's always been perfect. And then now he says it has like a stutter or a cutting out or popping back or something going down the road, which like it never had. It had that thing around 3,000 RPM, that weird breakup, but it would always tool around town. Perfect. So I don't know what the deal is. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Challenger. Mopar Jimmy said, 4 great videos this week. Merry Christmas to you and yours, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate that. Jeff Militich said, season's greetings from Minnesota. Plymouth on Plywood is here and appears to be a turtle. Nice. Connor Lake Havasu also here. How's it going? And Robert Fitch was in second. Chris Freemesser is here. Did you receive your delivery from the West Coast yet? I don't remember. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button, because it does stuff for the thing with the deal. Is Empire Rust here? I don't know if I've seen his name yet or not. We were just talking. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. The truck that just wanted to stay with me, yes. He was just asking me about ignition systems for his, I believe it's a satellite. And I said, I like points. Yeah. Steve Anderson says, it feels like the Japar wave is beginning. I've got a Dodge Raider that's been out of my yard for a few years. Just needs another timing set. You know, I knew someone that had a Raider, and I thought it was goofy, and I looked down my nose at it, but I also just generally didn't like this person, so that didn't help. I was never super impressed with that, or the little, you know, the Ram 50. That's not a real Ram truck. But you know what? I think I've mentioned the Plymouth Arrow truck that's in Portland. And I'm kind of in love with that and thinking about sending them an offer. Yeah. Bill Truitt said, oh, by the way, nice idle on the little blue rust rocket. That's awesome. Blue rust black. There you go. Yeah, it's a factory triple color car. Dude, it runs perfect now. It was just a clogged up idle jet. I didn't even know that existed. Oh, well, and the O-ring in behind it. Yeah. Mike Bernello is currently looking for a fake Dodge Challenger. I love it. BCC Photech says there's more poly in the black shirt. Rad. Mike Brunello is looking for a fake Challenger. Dude, so many people have said they want to buy it. It's ridiculous. I've gotten emails. I've gotten messages through the merch store. People do that all the time. I swear you can just find my email address, but people go on there and hit message shop or whatever. And so I get messages like that every day. And then people message me on Messenger, which I don't see usually. Not immediately anyway. And Anyway, tons and tons of people want to buy that car. And I'm like, I'm not done with it. I have more to do. Todd and I knew which type of apple pie you meant. Yeah. Jamie McClafferty said, thanks for pronouncing our name correctly. Well, I do my best. If the parts aren't junk, we probably saved a few $100 on parts we may not need for our Red Express. Mostly brake stuff. Nice. Yeah. It's when they closed the CarQuest here, I bought a bunch of that. And I can never remember what the two metals are, but that brake line, the fancy copper, is it nickel? Nickel copper? Nicop. I bought a bunch of that. I bought a bunch of fittings. Did I buy a battery, or were they still too expensive? I might have bought a battery or two. Some fluids, I think. You know, whatever. I grabbed a bunch of stuff from them. And definitely saved a ton of money. I should have bought more, but I was pretty late to the party. There was a lot of stuff already gone. That's all good. Dan Orcutt is here. How's it going, Dan? Mopar Jimmy asked Santa for a 68 to 70 Charger and has not heard back. That's unfortunate. 69 Cornet 500 is also here. And Dan Tupper, Dalton Sparks, Robert Fitch. Why am I always like number 3? I don't know. I don't know how they do it. Alan Campbell is here, also a member. How's it going, Alan? Glenn Uromi is here. Donnie's definitely here. Is everyone ready for the holidays? I think I'm ready. We had our traditional holiday party, 80s Day, yesterday. That's why I'm drinking Gatorade. I didn't get really silly. I think I only had 4 Frosty cold adult beverages. But I was a little off when I woke up. Stacy's here. How's it going, Stacy? Yes, that's who's missing, McLovin. I was just going to say, usually we'd see his name right up at the top. Because he spent the last couple days driving to Montana and back, he is hanging out doing holiday stuff with his family. So we will see McLovin next week. So Rooster and my sister are ruling the roost. Is my sister even alive today? She left her DDG hat here. Should I give it back or no? Rich Jordan, what is up? Old Stuff Rules, also here. Robo Style, nice. 6, what up? No Beret is here. How's it going? Nice resto mod video today. I guess there is some mod. And it's not much of a resto either. Lovejoy is here and one truck richer. Yeah, he just got an 8.1 Silverado, which is like, wow. Yeah. Yeah, today's video did very well. It's right ahead of the last 81 Challenger video and behind the 440 Horrible Noise teardown video. That one did very well. Very well. Gray Dude is here. What is up, Gray Dude? Donnie is thinking burritos. I am always thinking burritos. Someone said I should name the Challenger the Blue Burrito, which I do like. Someone else said the Blue Lagoon. I like that too. I think Challenged was very popular. Everyone liked Challenged. Dollar Store DeLorean also. Very good. Very good. Dr. Art is here. What is up, Dr. Art? Finally heard back from Aces. Oh, I guess I can chronicle that for you. Yeah, Chris Freemesser had Nicop. He was quick with that one. Yeah, Robert Fitch noticed McLovin is not here before I explained that. I actually knew, and I meant to say something sooner. Yeah. Tom Fry had 2 Omnis back in the 90s, an 80 and an 85. Watching your Challenger video makes me want to go find a complete Omni now. I've never touched an Omni. I'm sure I will eventually. People keep wanting to see me do different things. K-Car stuff. K-Car stuff is coming. It's going to happen. It's not what I wanted, but it's what the internet wants, so. Anyway, yeah. I've never even seen an Omni. Plymouth on Plywood says that Portland truck is mint. I know! It's beautiful. It's a friggin' Plymouth Pizza Planet truck. It needs the plastic pizza sign that I found on eBay last week. Dang it, speaking of, I was just talking about something I was explaining last week, and now I can't remember what that something was. No, it's gone. David Bisnet is here. How's it going? Peter Dollery, also here. Vic is thinking pineapple pizza. Stop thinking that. Glenn Uromi is rooting for the 81 Challenger. Yeah. The internet loves the 81 Challenger. Did anyone notice the description of this video, though? Someone commented on the video today to say, did you know that this car is in the 101 Facts About Dodge, I think it was called? Yeah, 101 Facts About Dodge by a channel called Dytastic, Dytastic. They have like 180K subscribers, and the video has like 90,000 views. They're, I want to say, 88th fact? Something like that. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, it was close to the end of the video. Was about the second generation Challenger, the 78, 79 to 83, whatever it is. 78 to 83. It was about that, and they called it possibly the worst car ever made. Probably. They said probably one of the worst cars ever built. And they also said they're front-wheel drive, which they're not. Their facts were a little off. I Heart Go-Kart says, blinker, real slow at idle, speeds up when accelerating. Turn up your idle speed. But low voltage at idle problems are pretty common. I Am No One said Blue Lagoon, yeah. Spitfire Mike. Any real difference in first gen 518 and Cummins versus behind the V8 and Dodges? Yeah, they're very different actually. The valve bodies are different. The bell housing pattern is different. The converter is different. I said governor and valve body, right? I hope so. Oh, wow. H.R. Howard just became a member. Thank you. And welcome. Yeah. The other thing in Portland that's mint is that crew cab ramp truck, which so many people have sent me. I can't. It's awesome, and I know exactly how to fix everything wrong with it, but I can't do it. Old Stuff Rule says the 81 Challenger is cute, but I'll take the real one. Yeah, that's fair. Bill Johnson's here. Alan Zitting, also here. Steven Andrews is here. I was just talking about that guy. Nice. He keeps busy with those little designs. It's awesome. Oh, yeah, he did a 68 version of the B. A DDG scrap pack version of the 68B as well. So now I'm going to have to do both. Yeah. Oh. 69 Coronet 500 was ready for the holidays till I fixed the electric power steering on my Ram this week. That's unfortunate. Scrap Pack Peeps. What is up? I like that. Dan Tepper had a random Mitsubishi ad at the beginning of today's Challenger video. Thought that was funny. I agree. That is funny. And Mark is here. It says, great week of videos. Seems like maybe you have crossed a new threshold. Yeah. My videos are doing... Excuse me again. My videos are doing very well lately. As Tony keeps saying, I stole all his views. Which is ridiculous. My videos still don't do anywhere near as well as his. But, yeah, stuff's been going pretty good. Channel's grown like crazy. I'm up 4,040 subscribers in the last 28 days. It's crazy. That's almost 10% of the channel in a month. I don't know how to explain that. But, yeah, everything's been going really well. And I'm sure, you know, seen this before where videos are doing great and then everything kind of slows down. This time of year, the ad dollars are up. People watching is up. You know, the weather sucks and people are buying Christmas presents and stuff. So YouTube is a good place to be for a creator. And yeah, I'm happy that my videos are doing as well as they are. So it's awesome. Super stoked. And I appreciate all the help I get from you guys. Anissa Farringer? I've got an Aero truck in PA. I'm never going to get time to finish. Someone 4-3 swapped it. Needs floor repair and a title. Doesn't sound like the one I want. I really like the 2.6. I don't even know why. The Mo Parthead is here and says, "Hey Jamie, love the channel. First time commenter here. I was wondering if you have any advice for why my 71 383B has a horrible breakup when the hideaway headlights are on. Is your amp meter stuck down when the by chance, is your amp gauge down all the time when the headlights are on? I have to wonder if maybe, because those use an electric motor, as you say, and when it rotates up, or sorry, you didn't say, you said hideaway headlights. Those use an electric motor, and it has switches in it that deactivate the motor. And so what I wonder is maybe when you're turning them on, it's opening, but the switch, the open limit switch inside the motor isn't clicking, so the motor is just stuck energized. Try turning the headlights on and then touching it, see if it's hot. That could be your issue. I had to rebuild the switches in the one we put in Tracy's car because it was broken and it didn't work. So that could be what you got going on. That's a thought anyway. Vic wants to know if I trimmed up in anticipation of 51K. No. Funny, but no. Oh, Tony Sampaio, a name I recognize. Oh, wide slot mags. Magnificent. From Interlagos, Brazil, passing by to wish everyone happy holidays. Thank you very much, Tony. Appreciate that. Yeah. What are we talking about? What's not an original? What did I do? Oh yeah, that's I still don't know how to say his name right. Is it Loudon or Loudon Wainwright? I don't know, but that one popped up on the YouTube's musics, and I really liked it. In fact, the whole album is pretty good, although kind of strange. Jeff Miladich sent $20 my way and said, "Have a holiday adult beverage on me." Thank you very much, Jeff. Appreciate that. Don't mind if I do. Although if it's all the same to you, I might spend that on pizza tonight. Ren's channel. So I saw a couple comments. Chasing a stumble at idle and a lean burn on a 3800. Need someone to commiserate with. Well, 3800 meaning Pontiac, I assume. Or Buick. Buick, 3800. Cool engines, but I don't know anything about them, really. Well. B-Man said, what would be more amazing would be if you could find a 4th gen Dodge Plymouth Colt from the same era as the Mitsu Dodge. Yeah, I keep getting comments about Colts and the other one, the Aero car, for some reason. Anyway. Tyler C. also dropped in around the same time as Dr. Art. Happy holidays to you and the DDG live stream family. Thank you very much, Tyler. Appreciate that. Buddy Phillips with a good thought there on the 3800 ignition control module, but why was it fixed and then unfixed? That's weird. Yeah, ignition modules are one of the few things I've actually had to do on those. And same on the 3.1, the 3.4. Good few times. Dan Rose. Hey, Jamie. Hi, Dan. Have you thought about changing out intake manifold and exhaust manifold from a turbocharged engine for your 81 Challenger? Well, I'd have to put a turbo on. The manifold that they used in the Stereon, they used a TBI system, and the manifold, honestly, the intake isn't much different than the carbureted one from what I can see. And then, of course, the exhaust manifold is special to mount a turbo on it. So, looking at the factory design of the exhaust manifold is actually not too bad of a piece, really. And I don't think a turbo manifold without a turbo screwed on it would be any improvement. I really want a header. And I did find one in Australia. All the good parts are in Australia. The side drafts, I found them in stock in America, but the side draft manifold and then the long tube header, yeah, they're in Australia. I may get those. I'm not prepared to spend that kind of money on that car yet, but I would like to do it. I think in stages. I need to do the head first, balance shaft delete, port things, and just, because the Weber 38 that's on it, like, should by all rights be able to support more engine than I have, so there's no reason to just throw that away. Yeah. Rex Robertson is here. Recently came around to the channel. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate that. Jimmy Babs is here. I think I said that. Maybe I did. I definitely did. And he posted the goat, which of course I can't see on this screen, but I can see it on that one. Hi, Avon. How's it going? What is up? Oh, Rex Robertson. Good to see the young buck there wrenching. Well, I'm happy to do it. Oh, cool. Fox can fix it. Got the cylinder head off Rock Auto? Oh, that's awesome. Cylinder head express. Okay. Rock Auto. Mitsubishi. Whoops. 2.6 cylinder head. Friday parts. You're not Rock Auto. I said Rock Auto. Give me Rock Auto, please. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. What company? Huh. This says Montero, but same. As long as, oh no, these there, yeah, non-jet valve, $332 in stock. Huh? No cam, no valves. Really bare for $332? I swear I saw a complete head for like $300 in that Facebook group, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Dang it, I just saw a comment and it disappeared. Where'd it go? Crap. This is too many comments. I apologize. Avid DYIer, which is, I feel like those letters are slightly wrong, wants to get a Dodge Rampage / Plymouth Scamp. Wife thinks I'm crazy. She's not wrong. How crazy am I for not looking for an El Camino or Ranchero instead? I just made a deal for a Rampage in Eastern Washington. I think I've mentioned this one before. It's got a turbo 2.2 in it. It's not all together. And I don't know how much is there or not there, but I'm looking forward to finding out. Probably not going to get over there until there's less snow. IB Anonymous, Jamie, hello, hi. Tell us more about that Daytona turbo car, please. That is what I can only assume is an ultra rare Shelby Daytona. It's a 1992 or 93. I can't remember. It's like the end of the line. It's the Shelby one. It has a stick. It has the body kit. It has the special Shelby wheels. And it is an absolute pile. But it's awesome, and the internet's going to love it. So I've got to do some diagnosis on that one. So that belongs to Mitch that also bought the brown crew cab, also owns the Newport that's been sitting here literally forever, used to own the black short bed that died, that I putted out for the ramp truck. And it was doing a weird cutting out thing, but it's not doing it right now. So I don't know. There's some interesting stuff going on with that car. Oh, wow. Donnie's car is also a Shelby Daytona, his drag car. I didn't know that. I don't know what I thought it was, but I didn't know it was a Shelby Daytona. Wow. Wait, you just sent me a picture of that car. Yeah, there it is. Oh, earlier body. That was a Shelby, though? Because yours doesn't have the body kit. And yours is earlier, so it doesn't have pop-up headlights. This one has pop-up headlights. It's like the ultimate Shelby Daytona. It's freaking sweet. But also, did I mention it's an absolute pile? It is. Anyway, yeah, videos coming on that. It's going to be really interesting. Michael Adamo is here. What is up? I don't think I've seen that name for a while here. Yeah. Chris Freemesser says Omnis are apparently hard to come by. Yes, I believe they are. Man, there was another. I saw a good question, and I apologize because it has. There it is. Oh, I found it. Hippie Long. Hi, all. DDG. Stop it. Oh, no, it's my headphones. It's not the mic at all. Hi, all. DDG family. Question for you. The vacuum advance on the distributor, do you know a part number? I have a stock 27364 with the correct number of pedals. Nice. I don't know a part number. No, I'm honestly kind of part number stupid. Tire size stupid. Halfway casting number stupid. So no, but you got to be able to find that online. Like, it can't be too hard. Can't be. A cardiac is here. And just last week, I think he told us his Magnum 360 was bolted into his car and should be ready to go. Weighted flex plate made a strange sound inside the car while cranking. I didn't start the engine. Correct torque converter bolts? Torque converter bolts all tight? What kind of strange sound? Scraping? Banging? Bumping? Knocking? Weird starter sounds? How'd that happen? A lot of possibilities. Too many possibilities. William Olson is here from Sweden. Good morning, William. Oh, this was earlier on, so I did explain that. Hopefully you caught that there, Stevie Wonder. The description, yeah, that channel I told you, it's a video called 101 Facts About Dodge, and my car being probably one of the worst cars ever made. And using my footage, there's a shot of it on the ramp truck and then a shot of it down to the river spot. While they explained that it's probably the worst car ever made, dismal flop, terrible muscle car, and front-wheel drive, which it's not. Just awesome. Also stupid. I don't know what Donnie was talking about. Okay. I'll look for a follow-up comment from a cardiac describing this sound. Brian Prescott, new member. What's the best way to ask questions? Well, thank you for becoming a member. And probably the best way would be my email address, deaddodgegarage@gmail.com. Or the other best way is we have a Discord. And my sister will go find a Discord link and post it. I'm sure, probably, maybe. Hello. Anyway, join the Discord and message me there, or even better, ask in the tech talk, I think it's called. We have a whole room dedicated just to that. Mark M said, or put Dale's Demon above the car. Yeah, that would work too. Buddy Phillips wants to know if I'm really planning on putting the head on the Challenger. Yes. You should dyno it before and after for the poops and giggles. I would like to. I will at least put it on after. Oh. Wait, did you... yeah, that was the parts car, right? I guess I forgot you actually got that one. I definitely forgot you actually got that one. I don't remember things gooder. Yeah, nice. Wow. That's an interesting bumper. Pretty cool. Yeah, I forgot all about that one. Oh, I forgot. I think I forgot to read this earlier. Tom Fry said my last video was great. I felt for you when you broke the tap. Oh, that hurt so much. The screaming was real. Like, and I should have known that was going to happen. I was using a ridiculously sized ratchet handle. I was careful for a bit. It was down a good ways when it broke. Yeah. Empire Russ said that brown truck just wanted to stay with me. Yeah, they always do. Always. Redbeard's Garage just finished the recent Challenger video, sending you some 80s Mopar love from Southeast Tennessee. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that car. Right up until the tie rod debacle. I'll have sleeves that hopefully fit tomorrow. We'll see. The internet said they're the right thread and they're an inch longer, so I think I can account for that. Hot Shoe was late, but I can dock his pay. Got it. Will do. Oh, yeah. Brian Prescott and Plymouth on Plywood said this. You can also just ask tech questions here, but I can take a little bit more time to respond if you send it to me directly. A little more time to think. Donnie wants to know if I remember when 60 was the top number. Yeah, we got 176 people here right now, and I thank you very much for hanging out. Really appreciate that. My sister says I sacrifice my shins if I don't return her hat. Yeah. Rad. The Malaise Mitsu. Colt would be the perfect name for the Challenger. They should have just called it the Dodge Scorpion. That would have been sick. Bill Truitt is here and said, hey, great video today. The rain has got to be the worst. I don't love it. It's not so bad. Greg Groff says just call the Challenger no par. Robert Fitch, I better start my Valiant Efforts channel before you do. Yes, you better do that. I don't know how I ended up that far up. Oh, looking for that question. That's what it was. Held Lightning? Ever mess with 50s power wagons? I had a 1948 first series. My first videos on the channel were of that power wagon. Or my first actual Dead Dodge Garage videos, anyway. I did a couple silly things before that. But for old power wagons, I think the 48 is the only one so far. Huffy Turns a Wrench is here. Glad to see you. Now, I also saw... There it is. Okay, yeah. I saw a question from Stage Zero Jason. Best option for 318 heads with the EGR holes and manifold for my 80 Fury. Tap and plug, later model exhaust manifold, and what year did they start to add those? Oh, you're deleting the... Wait, I'm confused. For the best option on 318 heads, see my video from Wednesday. That's the best for all options. All applications with the 318. Yeah, mostly. But anyway, yeah, those 920 heads are great. Or just get earlier non-smog 675. Is that the standard 318 head? And that would work as well. Brady Dog, you talking about that 81 piece of crap you just fed us? He hates it so much. On the last video, he commented like 8 times or something. And it's so funny because, like, I love you, buddy. It's okay to just not watch. Like, it's totally fine to just not watch those ones. This is not a Clockwork Orange. I'm not holding your eyes open. But anyway, I got a lot of negative comments on the first video, the fake fox body from Japan video. And people pissed off that it's called Challenger and whatever. And on today's video, I don't think I got any of those. I got like, it's just like 100% positive except for this guy, which is incredible. And it surprises me quite a bit. There are a lot of people excited about that car, and tons of people, tons and tons. I got a bunch of comments saying, wow, this thing's really grown on me. I'm actually really excited to see more on this car. I don't know why, but this thing's great. And so, I don't know, Brady. I think you're kind of alone. Anyway, I remembered what I forgot because 1970 Fury. Why would you need... You wouldn't have smog holes in 1970. I knew it was in 1970. I don't. But so do you have a later engine? Is that what's going on? Tap and plug, later model exhaust manifold. Best option for 318 heads. Oh, I see. I understand better now. Okay. I'm gonna redo my answer and then address the thing I forgot because I remembered it. Yeah, the best option would be to just plug the holes. That's it. And then once that's done, it's just as good as this fly. With the holes plugged, it's just as good as any other 318 head. Like the 675, for example. You could get different heads if you want, but they're fine. I've used the Smog 360 heads a couple times with good results. So there you go. But I don't know what year they added them. Yeah, when did they start using air injection? I don't know. Much later than 1970, though, I'm pretty sure. Rooster wonders how buried the pics of his new Fury is. I don't know, but I actually have my phone. Before I do this, I need I'm going to forget this again. So I was going to address the Turbo Slant 6 EFI issue. And someone asked, no one asked, did you get the Slant 6 figured out? Yes and no. I talked to them on the phone a couple times. Essentially, the deal is I made some mistakes, which I explained in the video. And I told them the same thing. And they were like, okay, you know what you did. You're going to fix it. You're going to rearrange this wiring. Good. Here's an RMA ticket. Send us the screen, the programmer thingy, and the module, the controller. And we will test both. And we'll figure out what's wrong and fix it. So that's what's going on with that. I've got to mail them out there now. And I'm sure it'll take a little bit to get them back. I've heard that their customer service is good, and their tech support is good. My experience was phone tag for 5 days. 4 days? 4.5 days? And then I finally got an RMA number. And the last call I got back, the guy, I don't think there were any notes written down. And so he asked me all of the same stuff again, and we're going through all of the same stuff. And I was like, dude, we already did this. You're just supposed to be sending me it. I already got it, Rooster. You don't need to make it easy on me. You're just supposed to be giving me an RMA number. And so then he started typing for quite a while, and then we started talking about VR6 Volkswagens for some reason. He was cool. And they were helpful. And they know what's up. They've seen countless setups screwed up, just like mine. And they did also tell me, you put a 4-barrel one on a Slant 6, we would not have recommended that. But, turbo. So anyway, that is what's going on. I have to pack those up all nice and mail them back to Aces. They're going to fix them, and whichever one's messed up, and then they will send them back. Okay, this is Rooster's new 70 Fury. Ta-da. Oh, I got a text at exactly that moment from my friend Seth. 70 Fury. Yep. It's a 70 Fury. I do like those. 70 Sport Fury GT would be cool. Okay, that was way up in the comments. I apologize. Oh, wow. Ren's channel said my 430 subscriber YouTube channel got to 765 in less than a week. We've both been blessed with growth recently. Nice. Yeah, YouTube, there's been a lot happening, at least, for me. And Tom's channel has also been getting quite a bit of action lately. I think he's at 7,300 subscribers now. It's something like that. So yeah, I got no complaints. Oh yeah, I was watching his video. He's right there. Yeah, 7,310 or something. A Deep Onion wants to know if things are steady with postal trucks. Yeah, steadily not here, thankfully. My friend Jordan was up here. Get out of here. Friggin' fly. My friend Jordan was up here and doing all the mail truck stuff for a bit, but he has gone home to Utah. So I'm going to have to do more mail truck stuff soon. But I told them that I don't want to have anything to do with it. I will take the overflow work from my brother's shop and I'll fix stuff. Oh, that one's a 69. Yeah, you know, you'd think I'd know that. 69 Fury. Anyway, but I don't want them. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it at all. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I know why the channel is growing. It's just, it's interesting that it... No, my wife didn't make me shave. My wife informed me that she would cut my hair if I wanted, and I said, yes, please do that. It needs it desperately, and so then she cut my hair, and then I just had to do this to match, I thought. Plus, it was just getting ridiculous, eating the mustache, and my beard gets to this certain length, and it just does crazy stuff all the time. It's maddening. Brady Dog did ask if this is dead Mitsubishi Garage. Yes, it certainly is. Yeah, Chris Freemaster. Tony says video viewership goes way down in January. It does. And not only that, but ad dollars go way down in January. That's the biggest thing. So, and that's, you know, again, like, it's rise and fall. It is what it is. High tide, low tide. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. So, oh, and that's what I was going to say. Yeah, Bill, with some compliments there, which I really appreciate. It's just that the growth is not steady. I've been doing the same thing. The cars change a little bit. I guess, you know, I change a little bit, but not really. I mean, I'm essentially doing the same thing I've been doing for, I'd say, the last year and a half, you know? Like, my techniques and the stuff I do and the presentation, like, all of that stuff has been pretty consistent for that whole time. And yet, you know, the success comes and goes. It is what it is, so. Alan Zitting checked today. I was mysteriously unsubscribed and had to resubscribe. I keep hearing that. And I don't know why. I don't know how that happens, but it does. I Heart Go-Kart said second gen Challenger makes it sound cool. Yes, much cooler than it actually is. Good times. Wow. Mike Brunello had an 81 Ram 50 with a 2.6. It blew up at only 75,000 miles. That's crazy. Huh. Very interesting. Okay, and it's Loudon Wainwright. Okay, so that's what it looks like, but I don't know. Nice. Nailed it. Sapporo, yeah, Plymouth Sapporo. Yes, I'm familiar with Brady Dog's sense of humor at this point. So many comments. Lots of comments about Colts. 3800 Buicks. Yeah. Plymouth on plywood. Blessed with growth. I'm cursed with shrinkage this time of year. Is that a joke? Is that? It's cold in here. Jeff Militich. Do the live streams make much money? No. I do not monetize my live streams. I just don't do it. I'd rather we all be here hanging out and not watching ads. And people go back and listen to these later. And not a lot of people. They usually get between... They've been averaging around 2,000 views. Last week, I think because of the 50,000 thing, that one did 2,500. I've had a couple that got some more thousands. But in general, they don't get tons and tons of views. I'd rather people just be able to listen to them and not have ads. So I don't make money on them at all. I just do this as, you know, an opportunity to hang out and answer questions and see all you people. Obviously, donations that I get, super chats during this, that makes money, which is great, and I do appreciate it, but I certainly don't demand it or anything. But other than that, no, I don't make money on the live streams at all. And Tony said, oh, you got to monetize everything. I just can't do it. I don't know. Amberb, I do like the new hair. Much less, that's not my dad, that's a phone. Not gonna be part of your system, man! My dad's not a phone! Welcome to the ground! But did he have hair like that? Or do you just mean I looked weird? Scott Day. On the Yellow Challenger, can you please explain why you would run an extra wire, that is the shunt wire, which I've talked about many times before, from the alternator to the battery? Wouldn't that mess up the alternator gauge? Yes. It will cut the reading of the alternator gauge significantly, not even necessarily in half. In theory, the load gets split evenly between the original circuit and the shunt wire. In practice, I think more than half ends up in the shunt wire. And so your amp gauge is not going to do much. The reason I like the shunt wire is because it takes the load off of all of the different terrible nightmare pieces in these classic mopars. The firewall connector or bulkhead connector is the big one, okay? Because your charge wire goes in through that to the amp gauge, and then it comes back out to the battery. So you've got input running this way from the battery, and then you've got charge running this way out. And those terminals get cooked. And then the amp gauge, sometimes, although I don't see this very often, the amp gauge can also get cooked, and that's bad. And you have to imagine that every one of those connection points is a possibility to lose some of that power to heat, which is bad. So for that reason, the shunt wire is a good thing. Yes, it does mess up the amp gauge reading somewhat, but I like it as a solution because everything else stays in place. You don't have to hack up the car. You don't have to modify the car. Your amp gauge is still there. It should kind of sort of give you some kind of indication, but it doesn't always. In fact, the one in my 68, I think always just reads down a little bit, even though it is charging. And that should tell you something about the charge circuit coming off of that. H.R. Howard sent me $5 and said grandfather was a millwright at Dodge, Maine in the 60s to the 80s. That's awesome. And thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Glonk FPV. What's the weakest component on a 4.6 RE transmission? He also sent me a $5 super chat, by the way, and thank you very much for that. Glonk is a sick broccoli. What's the weakest component? And a member. Nice. What is the weakest component on a 4.6 RE? Sorry, not a member. It just shows up that way. Yes, he is. Okay, I don't know. I don't know anything. And what would be a direct bolt-in manual swap for a 97 Ram 1500 with the 5.2 Magnum four-wheel drive? Okay, so your bolt-in swap is the NV 4500. NV 3500. That's the one that was used in gas trucks. There were NV 4500s in gas Chevy trucks, but I don't believe Dodge ever did that. It was the NV 3500, which is it's a, let's say, medium duty 5-speed. It's not like a heavy duty crap hauler, but for a half-ton truck like that, it's perfect. They're tough enough. And obviously you're going to want to get one from another four-wheel drive truck. And I'm not sure if there's a difference in the transfer case or not. I've never done that swap. I just know that that's what you would want. Ideally, you would go find all of these parts out of another second gen. You could use pedals out of any second gen truck, I believe. That's 94 to 2002. And I think even first gens with hydraulic clutch have the same pedals, but it's not the same pedal box. But you can reuse your original. That's what I'm doing in my first gen. I'm putting second gen pedals in it. So anyway, you kind of need to find a whole four-wheel drive, stick shift, gas, Ram 1500, 2500, even a 3500, I suppose, although I don't know if that 5-speed would be in a 3500. As far as the weakest component on a 4.6 RE, the 4.6 RE itself is not actually that bad of a transmission. They often have problems, and the main root cause of that is a cooler fluid flow problem. There's a check valve in one of the transmission cooling lines, and what can happen is debris can start gathering in that check valve, which is totally unnecessary, by the way. No idea why they put a one-way check valve there. It makes no sense. The check valve acts as a restriction to flow, and it can even get like clogged, and then you lose oil cooling, and that is what kills countless RH and RE transmissions. It's so many. To the point that when Jasper, among other companies, when Jasper sells you one, they send a transmission cooler kit, or they used to, and they would say, use this external cooler and this external cooler only, or you get no warranty. So that's the biggest issue. As far as like a specific weak component in the 46RE, I'm not really familiar with anything like that. Yeah, controlling the temperature is the big one. So hopefully that helps, and I thank you. Yeah. Nice. Oh, Mark says you're definitely more polished now in your delivery. I think that's true. I think it's more because I've done it a lot more. So yeah, sure. I could definitely see that. It's funny because on video now I talk more like I talk in real life. I've gradually gotten closer to like as close to real Jamie as I can. Because still, when you're in front of it, even behind a camera, you're just gonna do something. You're on camera. You're being recorded. You know what I mean? So you want to be your truest self. I certainly do. And I've gotten better at that. Yes, a little bit more polished, but also the editing is a big part of that because I edit out breaths. Like every single cut you see, like in the middle of a sentence or a paragraph, I edited out a breath or a weird mouth noise. Like I go to great lengths to clean this up and make it as presentable as possible. And so I think that's a big part of making it appear more polished. I don't know that I've necessarily changed that much, but it's true. I've now been doing this for 3 years, so. Actually, almost exactly 3 years as of the day after Christmas. 50,000 subscribers in just under 3 years. I'll take it. VV, did you hear they have changed their minds and the new Charger will be getting a V8 in 2 years? No, I don't believe that is true at all. If it is, it's news to me. 20 new Charger V8. It may well be rumored. I know many, many, many people would love to see a V8 back in the new Charger. No one that I see, and I was just reading up on this. For example, The Drive did an article. Dodge won't admit the new Charger can fit a Hemi, and there are good reasons for that. They are putting a renewed focus on the six-pack gas-powered car. But as far as I know, there is nothing. I haven't seen any rumors that say, yes, a V8 is coming back, let alone official confirmation of that. So I would not bank on that. Amberb. Shunt reminded me, do you ever have someone replace a fusible link with a nice thick wire? D100, regulator shorted, no fuse, fried every single thing inside, impressive fire. Still made it to work though. That's awesome. In my 68 Charger, I limped it home with a chunk of wire in place of the fusible link right after I had melted the fusible link down by putting too big of a fuse in the running light circuit because it blew twice. But then I took the fuse out and it didn't burn to the ground, thankfully. No, I've never had that happen. Dude, this fly. I'll get him eventually. Greg has a Dodge question. I have a 2000... Bastard. It's the fly episode. 2000 V6 Ram truck, single cab auto, parked because the brakes are shot, but was running well, 160K. Any tips about engine and transmission before I dive in? So parked for a while, I'm assuming. Just change the fluids. Definitely change the transmission fluid, especially if it's dark at all. It's very common. And see if you can find information on that check valve I was just talking about. If yours still has it, delete it. And thank me later when your transmission still works. Boredom victim. I doubt the transfer case had a diff in it. No. I had a difference, you mean? It may or may not. I don't know. Oh, Todd, Jamie, please give Leona a shout out. She's listening with me and isn't sure you are on live. Yes, I am live. I'm just slow. I don't know when that comment was. Peter Stewart is here with a 65 Barracuda checking in from San Diego. How's it going? Martin Adams also here. Bobby Walter says, melty. Yeah, bobblehead only indicates the draw from the system. Well, that is my assumption. It should be able to indicate some of the charge. The way I learned about, because what is supposed to happen, yeah, path of least resistance. Yes, I agree. I understand that. And so that's what I was saying. That should tell you something about the integrity of that circuit. That's what I meant when I said that. Like, the fact that it doesn't show any charge means it's probably all going through the shunt wire. And yes, the shunt wire is certainly the path of least resistance. But the theory is, and where I got this from, was an American... No, it wasn't American Auto Wire. So, some wiring kit. I rewired a TR6 from head to toe once, and they recommend... It came with an alternator upgrade, and they recommended a shunt wire. This is where I learned about it. Because they have an amp gauge that is only designed to handle like 30 amps, or 35 amps at most. And the new alternator will just straight up cook that. So, they give you a kit to install a shunt wire at the same time. And in their documentation, they said your amp gauge should still read, but it will not move as far as it used to. So, but yeah, my experiences have been, let's say, mixed on that. Jamie McClafferty just became a member. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Welcome to the club. We're almost to 150. We're very close to 150. George Nemec, 440 in a 74W200. Any tips for getting headers to fit and motor mount pads installed? Yeah, I got some tips. Don't. But having said that, I did a video with my friend David in his 75 W100 Club Cab long bed, where we installed a 383 that he built. We put headers on it. That was a mistake, because we then could not install the front drive line. They were not the right headers. At the time, I don't think we could even find 4x4 headers. We could have done manifolds and hacked something together, but for whatever reason, we decided to do the headers, and then we did the headers, and there was no room for a drive shaft. So those headers would have had been modified quite a bit. If you have a set of headers that actually fit the W series, great. But the ones I had didn't. And we had problems getting the motor mounts down, too. I remember that, but I can't remember. I think it's because that was a stick truck. The bell housing was still in... Well, we swapped the bell housing, and then it was in the truck. And so the issue I've had in 4x4 trucks is trying to get the engine and transmission synced together and then get the mounts down. Like, it just doesn't quite work. And I think we had a problem like this. Like, we couldn't get it to level at all. I hope we had the right brackets. I don't know. We made it work, but it was a little janky. So yeah, watch that video and you'll see what we did, but I don't recommend any of it. It was a challenging swap. And thank you for the super chat as well. Gabe Collins is here from cold Minnesota. How's it going, Gabe? Bill Johnson, AX15 was not in Ram 1500s as far as I know. It was in Dakotas and Jeeps, but I don't believe it was used in full-size trucks. AX15's on the lighter duty end of things, although many people do swear by the AX15. I think it's a good transmission for the lighter applications, but I would not call that a truck transmission. Hippie Long, my question is, what color wire is keyed to tap accessories off of inside the car and engine? I have no map. Find a map. Look up a wiring diagram. But blue in the engine compartment, blue is ignition power. Make sure you're getting that before it runs through the ballast resistor. That will not be enough power if it's through the resistor. Under the dash. Accessory circuit under the dash. I don't actually know that. Yeah, I don't know that one. But key ignition power. This isn't necessarily an accessory specific circuit, but ignition power is blue under the hood. It's the best I can tell you. Okay, Alan, see, this is just what I was thinking when I said, now wait, did they put that in 1-ton trucks? And Alan Zitting had it. Dodge did put the NV4500 behind 360s and 3/4 tons and up. It is a lighter version than the Cummins V10 version. Okay, so that makes sense to me. You saw the gears turning where I was like, wait a second. Because, yeah, GM did the same thing. Actually, you could get the NV4500 in a K1500 half-ton truck. That's what my friend Byron has. We fixed that transmission. It was messed up. The fork pivot and the fork were both just destroyed. The Mo Parted became a DDG member as well, and thank you. Thanks again, everybody that's signing up. I really appreciate it. Sean Bragg says 46RE breaks a specific part for reverse, and I don't know what that would be, but that did remind me that the rear sprag is a weak point in any torque flight based transmission if you try hard enough. For that reason, if you're ever doing anything silly, like serious heavy pulling, taking off, burnouts, dumb stuff, or even just flooring it, you want to shift your torque flight, your 46RE, any of those, you want to shift them into first gear. Force first engages the low reverse band. That's why that reminded me of that. Engages the band. In drive, when you take off in first, that band is not applied, and the only thing holding stuff together is the rear sprag, and you can explode it and break your rear drum in 2 pieces. Ask me how I know that. So there you go. But yeah, I'm not sure what part you are referring to. Toe Freak 83 is here. Salutations to you. How's it going? Tom Fry says, keep doing what you do. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. 20 Cent Motors. No, I never do hear calls for makeup. Brady Dog dipped out. Just stopped in to voice his dissatisfaction with my choice of project cars. Nice. I hit him, but I don't think I took him down. Greg said, what about some burps and farts now and then? Normal shop sounds. I have burps in my videos now and then. And drinking sounds, slurping sounds. Sometimes I talk with my mouth full. Often I'll be waving in the camera, holding my coffee or half of a burrito. Or there's dumb little stuff like that all the time, and I love it. Patrick Radcliffe. Okay, Patrick says AX15 was only behind the 3.9 in trucks. Alan Zitting says 3,500 for 3.9s. So which is it? I thought AX15 was in... I know it was in some Dakotas. Noise. Todd Denio will never drive an EV. I think I probably will. Why not? You know, just because I drive one doesn't mean it changes anything about how I feel about them or about classic cars or mechanicking in general. I could see a case being made for one. I don't... Some of them are very fast. But I don't want one. You know, I'm just saying that doesn't mean I'll never drive one. I'm not, much like Tony says, and he said it many times, he's not militantly anti-EV either, and I'm not. In fact, I think the new Charger is super cool looking. I don't want an electric one, but I still think it's an interesting idea. I understand why they did it. I understand that getting rid of the Hemi is not what they wanted to do, but they were forced to do that, which is dumb. Blame the French. Anyway, good times. I just would never say never. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't want one. Chris Freemaster says the usual culprits from Tony's live are late tonight. He might still be doing it. We got 201 people here right now, and I thank you again for joining me. Yeah, he's still live. Oh, wait. No, he's not. Huh. Why did that do... That's weird. Okay. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, there they are. How's it going, everybody? A bunch of people just hopped in. George Namek has been struggling to install that engine and transmission for a day and a half now. I feel your pain. I really do. In my 85 W150 stick shift truck, I started trying to mate the 360 and the stick, and there physically was not enough room to get them together. I learned you take the Z-bar out, and that helps, and you can move the bell housing a little further. You can do more things with it, and that helped. But there is a limit to how high you can take the bell housing, and this is with sticks. I don't know if that's what you're doing, but this is what I've experienced. It's a giant pain in the butt. And it's just hard to get the trans lined up and then the mounts down. It's really stupid, and I don't know why. I told you he wasn't dead. Dave's Way Garage had a question a while ago. Do Mopar 7 1/4 axles bolt in, or are they C-clip? I don't remember. I want to say they're clip, but I also don't want to be wrong. I hate being wrong. And I can't remember. No, I choose not to answer. Scott Day, can you please tell me the video where you've done a shunt wire and maybe what size wire you use? 8-gauge wire, put a fusible link in it. I mentioned that I would be adding one to the Challenger in yesterday's video, and I had a very angry comment. How does adding a shunt wire make it safer? You're bypassing the original fusible link. Yeah, but you put a fusible link in the shunt wire. Or an inline fuse works too, but you got to make sure it's small enough to actually do something. So, yeah. Yeah, Tim Kaniskis came back as soon as they fired, what's his name? Or he resigned, but he's in charge of RAM. Yeah. I'm glad he's back, but, you know, he was also there during the Daytona electric charger thing. So, anyway. Yeah. Greg, four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive mods and swaps is really the realm of professional shops with multiple experienced hands. Okay. All of these things are really more the realm of professional shops with multiple experienced hands. But, you know, sometimes we do them at home anyway. So, I don't know. We weren't talking about a four-wheel drive swap. We were talking about a stick swap, mods. Well, if you use all factory pieces, is that what you're referring to? What I was explaining about using all factory pieces and getting like a whole parts truck to do that swap? Alan Zitting just became a member. Thank you. And Bobby Walter sent me $5 and said 258 and an AX15 in the 81 no par. I like where your head's at, but no. I would drive an EV. Yeah, why not? You know, see what it's about. But it's not where my passion is, for sure, you know? For a lot of reasons. Bill Johnson says the AX15 is supposedly a variant of a Supra gearbox. I'm not at all familiar with that. Oh, Hot Shoe. Pink is a good bet under the dash. Yes, pink. Well, now, hold on a second. Pink is battery power. Pink is not key power in a Mopar. It's battery power. the pink candelabra. The same comment about the shunt wire thing was who calls the triple tap a candelabra? I don't know. Friggin' American Auto Wire for one thing. I can go dig around in the service manual and see if they called it that, I guess. But, you know, I did an American Auto Wire kit and they referred to them as candelabras. So I called them a candelabra in a video. You're an idiot. Shunt wires aren't safe. That's not a candelabra. And they didn't use electrical tape at the factory. Sorry. Do I sound better? But yeah, the pink is battery. Accessories on battery power. That's not keyed. In the Challenger, it has yellow. That is the accessory feed. And the accessory candelabra. But in a 64 Dart, I don't know if it is yellow or not. I just can't say that for sure. Colts are like hen's teeth. Rumor says they exist, but I don't think they do. Oh, nice. Mark says he might have a Weber on the shelf. Seems like I may have fixed mine. Yeah, and someone in a comment today told me there's actually a check ball in the screw, the crazy-looking screw retainer thingy. I was wondering why it looked so weird. Apparently, there's a check ball in that. So I'm going to see if I can open that up and clean it and make sure it moves, and that may fix it. That one worked when I first started using that carburetor. It had all kinds of other problems, but it did not have an accelerator pump problem. And then as I was driving it, it got worse. Mr. Tony Piscatelli says there are two Loudon Wainwrights. The one I like is the third. Not familiar with any other. Empire Rust hasn't found any decent valve covers for the 383 around there. You can get them off eBay. Shouldn't be too hard to find. I did go on a rampage. Rampage! Nice. Tom Fry. Jamie, you said you had a Ratty 73 Challenger that was yellow. Yes, I did. Tom Fry had a Ratty 73 Barracuda yellow, but it was 318. My Challenger was a 344 speed rally, and I've actually done 3 videos on that car. One when I found it, when I met Bell James, got the Chrysler 300, the 79. The 73 was there, and I did a video on it. I think I called it the Ghost of Challengers Past. And then it was painted black and sold, and the new owner brought it to me, found my video, and he was like, that's my car before it was painted. And then I did a bunch of work on that, changed the rear end. I'm supposed to do some more work on that. It has not come back for it yet. But yeah. It's just so weird because I did all the same stuff in that car. I put a set of standard gauges in it. I put a whole dash harness in it. I rewired the engine. Yeah, all the same problems. Just amazing. And the same crappy yellow paint job mine had. Pretty cool. Jay asked if any of the guys at Rocket have a lathe. No, I wish we did. Lathe and a mill. Ugh, we'd be dangerous. King Hermit 67 is a newish fan. Love your content. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I work hard at that. I spend a lot of hours on this now. Wow, Ellen Zitting owns 286 Shelby Daytonas. I'll be damned. That's really cool. Oh, Michael Adamo has been busy. Well, that's okay. That is just fine. Bobblehead says Yelm is watching. There's something I want in Yelm, or someone supposed to be buying something from Yelm. I don't remember. Dan Tupper sent me an ad for a later dual range Colt in Bend. Just what I need. Rad. Yeah, Dave's Way Garage, and I don't know how I didn't see any of your comments earlier. I don't remember. I don't know. It's been a long time since I took apart a 7 1/4, and I cannot remember. Incredible. So many comments. Oh yeah, if I had access to a lathe, of course I could make things, but I'm going to modify other parts I can get my hands on instead. Scoop is here. What's up, Scoop? Bill Johnson is not that far away, and he has a mill and a lathe. Well, that is good to know. And a time said it was worth buying a ratcheting wire crimper set after dealing with too many hack job wired cars. I like the hand style crimper. I don't know why. The other style is probably better. Amber, yes, you cannot join as a member from iPhone because Apple demands a 30% cut from any money collected through apps on an iPhone. And as someone who owns an iPhone and a MacBook, I find that very irritating. But yeah, so the button is just not there on iPhone. You have to join on a computer or on something that is not that iOS. Very irritating. But thank you. I appreciate that. Excuse me. Jay Slowy found an 04 Dodge Ram with a Hemi and the automatic. Will that combination fit in my 03 Ram van without doing massive amounts of work? Will it fit? Probably. I don't know anything about engine mounts for that, though. They probably don't exist. And good luck with literally every other part of that swap. Like, if anyone anywhere has 3rd gen Hemi swapped a van, I ain't seen it. Oh, C. Kramer 115 dropped in, 50 minutes ago. How's it going? Yeah. Oh, Old Iron also dropped in. I missed so many things tonight. Like, Old Iron called us bozos. It's awesome. I love it. Oh, Evan also has access to a lathe and a mill. That's good to know. But we do not have one of either. Long term, I will get both of those. My friend Mike has, I always forget about this, he has one of those combo, I always want to call it a shopsmith because the shopsmith is a table saw and a wood lathe and a little thing. Anyway, it's like that, but it's a small lathe and a mill together, kind of. He teased me with trading me that once, but it never happened. Anyway, I need to get something like that so I can make stuff. Where are we at? I don't even know. Oh, wow. Spitfire Mike says, my brother the tech said the new 2nd gen 4x4 with plows would come in. Trucks hit reverse or drive while still moving. Blammo! Splatter transmission. Huh. I wonder if it was the Sprag. I don't know. I don't know. There's way too much going on tonight. I can't. There's just too much. Nice. Yes, I saw Bill Johnson's post. Boredom victim. Rustbeater Derelicts, did the Spirit RT Turbo ever come with a manual transmission? I've never heard of a Spirit RT Turbo. So that's probably a question for the internet. John Steppro with a good question. Steppro, hopefully, something like that. 87 D150, can I replace the Spark Control computer with your HEI swap without replacing the non-vacuum advanced distributor? No. Now, I'll quantify that statement. Technically, yes, but it won't work well at all, and you shouldn't. you can trigger the module with one of the pickups in that distributor. But the problem is, not only is there no vacuum advance, there is no mechanical advance. There's no advance curve whatsoever. And you kind of need that, unless this is a because race car type situation. If you're deleting the spark control, I imagine it is not. Sounds like it's just a normal rig. So, no, get a distributor. It's not hard to get one, although they definitely cost more than they used to. Man, I used to get a reman from O'Reilly all the time for like $40 a piece. And I think remans are gone, and it's $150 for a new one or something. I don't remember. So it sucks. That's why I hoard old ones and rebuild them. But anyway. Oh, wow. Todd Denio, a friend has had several Shelby Chargers Daytona turbos and currently has a Shadow with the prototype Lotus-headed 2.5 liter out of the Shelby Shadow CSX. That was Shelby's birthday car. I only recently learned about that cool CSX thing. That's interesting. Very interesting. Tom and Rocket has no room for tools or cars. Yeah, I got a stomp shear and a bender, and I wanted to put them there for making brackets and doing that kind of stuff. There's nowhere to put them. So I brought it here. And now it's in a dark corner covered in parts. Andrew Button, like putting a big block in an A-van. Good luck to you. Yeah. Uh-huh. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Jay, the Magnum is what you want. So much better. But I know you were like looking for one and everything. Preston Hunt, ever think of doing a 04 to 97 Dakota? I saved a 95 extended cab 4x4 Dakota from the junkyard years ago. I've owned it only twice or 3 times. A couple times. I'm not a Dakota guy. Also did a V8 swap in a 97 to 04. I read that wrong. I thought that wrong. 97 to 04. Yeah, I did a Dakota RT. Like, when was that? 6 months ago? I don't know. Tom just did a video on that. And I actually really liked the Dakota RT, but I'm not a Dakota guy. I also had my brother's old one that he blew up, and then I put an engine in. I ended up getting that from him. Did I give him a car? I gave him a Corolla. That's what happened. Swapped him a Corolla. Which he still has. But anyway, I had that for a bit, and it was pretty fun too, but it was a 4.7, and I'll be damned if I was going to keep owning that. My friend Quinn bought it and drove it to Florida and back, and then back again, maybe? Or maybe it went to Florida and it's still there. I don't know. Anyway, it's still alive. It's the crazy part. So I've had those two. I'm really not a fan. I'm more of a full-size truck guy. I've talked about that some. Rex Robertson asked if they have porting templates for those 4-banger heads. I don't know. But I know exactly what I would do is the thing. So I don't really need a template. David W. loves watching the Challenger come along. I'm hoping to free up the engine in my Sapporo. Hope the jet valves work. Well, just delete them. And hope your head's not cracked. Why? The bug's other brother just showed up for revenge. Nice. Yeah. Brady Dog was really on one. He wanted to get banned from the comments. Greg Groff knows of a 3rd-gen Hemi swap fan in Ontario, Canada. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, Apple like to get paid. Yeah. Oh, Bill, I know it. I know they're not amazing tools, but for the kinds of things I do, dumb little stuff, I don't know. Be better than what I have, which is no lathe. Scoop said Shopsmith equals many ways to hurt yourself on one machine. Yes, it's amazing. I actually owned one very briefly, but it was really rough. And I sold it. You can get stuck in the table saw and tangled up in the lathe at the same time. Nice. Bobblehead's vote is Jamie gets a lathe. Yeah. Someday. I will. Preston Hunt. Yes, this is live for real. We're here. When will then be now? Old Iron says all Spirit RT turbos are manuals. And again, I know nothing about it. Andrew Button, put an LS in that 64 Chevy. No. Change of pace from the Moparality. Wow. Patrick Radcliffe, why would you be a Dakota guy when you have a Ram truck? Yeah, I'm a Ram truck guy, for sure. Nice. Tom needs to put up another building. Tom needs to put up like 3 more buildings. Todd Denayo says the Lotus-headed prototype is in Babbitt, Minnesota. I'll be damned. Amber, ever try HP tuners? The adapter costs a lot of money. I got a different adapter that I thought was compatible with HP tuners. It's not. Yeah. Preston Hunt said Elephant in a Dodge Dakota. You do whatever you want. Moparted wants to know what my thoughts are on dual point ignition versus factory electronic. You know, dual point if it's a dual point application. I am, well, no. No, I'm putting electronic. Yeah. I'm putting electronic. I have a cast iron direct connection distributor with a tack drive that I'm going to use in the Barracuda, but it's an electronic distributor. I'm going to attach it to my 6AL2. So I have a rev limiter. 2-step, technically. Yes, Preston Hunt, I am really here. I'm here now. I'm live. I'm not doing so well on the comments tonight, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because there are thousands of them. Sean Bragg, thought you were considering lockout on jet valve. I was considering it, but what I want to do is just get a different head. And so if I can find a non-jet head in like a junkyard, I will do that. Otherwise, I'll just buy one because what I want to do is port a head and put it on there anyway. There's a good chance the jet valve head is cracked and the whole I don't want the jet valves thing. So what I'm thinking is I'll just get a non-jet head. I like the idea of doing it the cheap way. I'm just concerned that it's probably already cracked. And I don't want to take the head off, put it on the bench, and then have the car apart forever. I want to have the head ready, and then out and in it goes. So that's my thinking. That is probably what I will do, and largely because I just think if I try to just plug the jet valves... Someone did offer to send me the jet valve deletes. Was that you? Somebody did. And if that's still happening, I haven't gotten any emails about it, but someone did offer to send me a set of those. And I would do that. You know, it's just, eventually I'm going to port the head, and I figured just getting a non-jet head would make the most sense. So, yeah. There are several different ways to go there. It's just, that's what I think is best for what I'm doing. So there you go. I have no room for a machine shop either and have 11 engine builds going. Yes, that is very true. It's a problem. Randall Munson asked if anyone knows where the first generation Dakotas were made. I have no idea. Hot Shoe says we debuted the VNT Turbo in the CSX in 87. I think that sounds right. I was just reading up on it. And then the end of the line CSX, was that 91? 89? I was just reading this, but I don't remember any of it. Scott Day is off to bed. Can't stay awake anymore. Merry Christmas, Scott, and thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Preston Hunt says 5257 or 59 are the only thing for a Dakota. I wouldn't use a Dakota as an everyday truck. Just looks... I would get a Ram for an everyday. Also, do you have the Dakota on your channel? Yeah, the RT is. The Dakota RT 98. I did one video on it, and then it went to Tom at Rocket Restoration, so he also has a video on it, which he just put out. He is planning to sell it. I never did a video on the 03 or 4 or whatever that was. I showed it I showed it in a couple of videos way back, but I never did any features or anything on it. Ooh. Scoop saw a 70 Challenger convertible on a car hauler. The front was smashed up. Ouch. The Utes want to be global citizens. You have no idea how excited I am to own a K-car Ute. And I know they're not actually K-cars, but I don't care. And a turbo. And a 5-speed. It is gonna be awesome. My wife's asking about my pizza preferences. Oh yeah, Philly cheesesteak pizza. Oh yeah. It was a couple weeks ago we were talking about how barbecue and white sauce don't belong on pizza. At least some of you were saying that, and I strongly disagreed. I strongly disagree. Brent Nixon, quick question, pal. Despite the obvious dislike of butchering original Chrysler suspension systems, do you have any opinion or knowledge of Bill Riley RMS? I have heard that the RMS is a good setup, and if that is what you want, Riley's a good way to go. The altercation or whatever. I have no interest in it ever, period, full stop. I don't want it. I want my classic car to be a classic car. Usually, basically, within reason. And torsion bars are what make Mopars great, and I will not delete them. But having said that, I have heard the RMS is good. I've seen lots of people talking about it and such. So, we're actually at Rocket. We're going to be doing a 68 Charger. We're going to be finishing this project. It's bounced around from restoration shop to restoration shop for decades. That's the one, the 440 that I tore down that had stuff in the cylinders. I'm going to build that engine, and then we're going to get the whole car, and we're actually going to finish it for him. It has an RMS altercation, 4-wheel discs, 4-link rear. It has all the stuff. And so it will be interesting to take that stuff for a test drive. I don't think it's going to change my mind. But at least I will get to take a look at it and see what the quality's like and see how it drives. So I'm looking forward to that. And I can report back to you at that point. Andrew Button thinks the real reason jet valves were a thing is because Mitsubishi wanted people to spray those engines. The thing is, there's no advantage to putting the spray through the jet valve that I can think of. And a few people suggested that, but it just pulls out of the intake tract, doesn't it? So, like, just inject it in the intake tract. What's the difference? I don't think there's any point to that. And even if you pipe nitrous into them, you also need to get extra fuel in there somehow. So, you know. I like the thinking, but I don't think it really makes sense. 89 was the last year for CSX. Okay, Stephen Bernier had number 499 out of 500. Nice. I like those red units. I think those are cool. Yeah. Greg said, in high school, I rebuilt my first engine. The 4-cylinder's head wasn't level and had pits in it. I used a smooth section of cement garage floor to plane the head. My arms got huge. That's awesome. I believe Vice Grip Garage, Derek calls that one grit. Yes, I do try hard to answer all the tech questions. Scoop likes scoop-sized trucks. I don't like scoop-sized trucks, although I really want that Plymouth Arrow, and that, of course, is a scoop-sized truck. Plymouth on Plywood mentions that A100 bucket seats are what a lot of racers used back in the day because they were the lightest, and that is why they are worth so much money to this day. They were used factory in the Hemi Dart, and I think they were also used in other racing applications, but I don't know. Sean Bragg wonders if D50 parts are direct swap for Challenger. Engine parts, yes. The steering, suspension, brakes are not the same. There are some small parts that interchange, I think, but they're not. It's not direct. I'm getting D50 tie rod sleeves. They're an inch longer, but I think they're the same thread, and I can make them work. Amberb says, I'm doing great with answering questions. Keeping up with this stuff is tough. Could you tell? Thank you. I'm trying. Did everything just get way louder? Whoa. Things are weird sometimes. Rooster wants extra cheese. Yeah, things just got louder. I think this microphone's been half broken and it just half unbroked itself. That's weird. I apologize if I'm blowing out speakers anywhere. Jeff Milicic says no barbecue or on pizza or white sauce. We've been over this. Yeah, the microphone just randomly got louder. That's weird. Huh. Max Roma wants to know how much I know about the Dodge Raider Mitsubishi Montero. It's basically the same animal as the Dodge 50, D50, Ram 50, whatever they called it. It was also sold as the Plymouth Arrow pickup for a time, and they are very similar as well to the 81 Challenger we've been talking about in terms of drivetrain and various parts. I don't know a whole ton about them. I've never had to work on a Raider or even a Ram 50 to this point. In fact, I used to turn my nose up at them because they weren't real Dodges, just like everyone turns their noses up at the 81 Challenger. Not everyone, but some certain Bradys in the crowd. But then I became enlightened, and I realized they're actually kind of great. Yeah. Oh, I just saw another comment from Amber some time ago. Thanks for the videos, by the way. Only discovered y'all a couple of weeks ago, and it's been great. Love that I can mainly listen and still enjoy. Play them while I'm driving. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. I do try to make them very listenable. It's all talking. It's all storytelling, you know. So, yeah. I'm glad that comes across. Huh. Really? Rich Jordan said, and this was a bit ago, and I apologize again. I missed so many comments today. I apologize. Direct Connection catalogs used to sell Ichiban decals or patches to go with the Arrow and other Mitsubishi parts they sold. Means number one. Opar. Ichiban decals. Oh, you could just find decals. I don't think it's got anything to do with the Direct Connection, but you can find decals that say that. Wow. I'd love to see that. But anyway, apparently these are a hot item for those sweet JDM drift cars. I don't want to talk about it, but I just got his piston, so I'm going to try and get the whole mess up to the shop this week. Name it. It would be a 2.6 will it go, but yeah, nice. Oh, I'm lost. I don't know where I am. Totally lost. Oh, Bill Truitt. So, Jamie, you only mentioned you had Hemi parts in the trunk. What did you get? I found a set of rods. I found, what else did I bring home that day? Set of headers. I don't know if they fit B-body yet or not. I just got a ton of comments that I think time traveled. Dennis Wheeler says no white sauce on pizza. Yeah, I still disagree. Paul Wortman, when are you going to do a giveaway car? Never. I think never. I think probably never. I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with that. Yeah, sells merch, increases viewership. Maybe it does. I don't want to brag. I'm making this time of year. It's going to change in January. It will change in January. There's no question. But for the last several months, I have made dirty money on YouTube. And I don't need the viewership to grow that much more. I just don't. if I hit 100K, if my videos were getting double the views they're getting now, even if the ad dollars were way down, I'd be set for life. So I don't need to do that kind of thing. There are plenty of people out there doing it. I get asked about it from time to time. I have no interest in it. I have no interest in selling merch, frankly. I like people having the merch, but I have no interest in using it as like a business. And a lot of people do that. They try to fund their builds through that. But due to the unique way I'm running this channel, I have help from other people from time to time, mostly on a volunteer basis. And I appreciate them, Alan. I do everything. I do the whole thing. I keep the whole pie. So I don't need a bigger pie. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have any intentions of doing anything like that. I understand why other channels do it, but I'm just not going to. And yeah, I don't think I ever will. And I don't promise to never reverse course on that, but I don't think I ever will. I don't like the giveaway card thing. It's just, and it's not just YouTube channels that do it either. It's web stores, and you know, you always see, oh, this giveaway charger and that giveaway 57 Chevy, and I just think it's ridiculous. So, yeah. Braden's Deals asked, how old are you? I am 34 and a half. Born in 1990, so it's really easy to remember how old I am. Just have to remember what year it is. All Classics Restoration is here and said the RMS system is the best engineered aftermarket system available if that's the direction you want to go. And that is my understanding. I completely agree with that, to the extent that I have never seen one in person, but I've heard about them, read about them. I've seen pictures of them installed. That appears to be the best one. And if you ask the people that do that sort of build, the RMS, the Riley Motorsports system, the altercation, that seems to be the favorite. So if I had to have one of those, that's what I would do. And yes, Alan Zetting, you are correct. The jet valves do go directly into the combustion chamber, but so does combination. You meant combustion chamber, right? But so does the intake valve. So why should you just put the nitrous in through the intake valve? That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's an advantage to trying to use jet valves for that. Scoop heard there were only like 90 68 Hemi darts. I don't remember how many there were. I don't think they had to make any set number of them to homologate them for a racing class or anything. So I know there weren't many, but I don't know the production figure. Wow. IB Anonymous says, we used Indian head shellac to seal our head gaskets. Never had any leaks. I bet you didn't. Wow. Greg says, I'm 31, at least, but I'm definitely 31. Yeah. The average viewer on my channel is in their mid-50s. I think this is a link. Is this a link to the video that my car's in? Oh, retro review of the 82 Dodge Challenger by Motor Week. Huh. I'll check that out later. Andrew Button, Dodge Rampage was also called a Plymouth Scamp. Correct. Where the Rampage is coming from, there is also a Plymouth Scamp, and that is the one that Plymouth on Plywood wanted to drag home. They're very, very similar cars. Oh, sick. Ram Charger seats are about the same as the D100 van ones. No, they're not. Ram Charger seats have a headrest in them. The A100 van, they are the short back, non-flippy. They look a lot like early A-body buckets, but they don't do that. They're just fixed seats. Ram Charger seats are not quite like that. Aren't they all high back? I think all Ram Charger seats are high back. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I think they all have that kind of headresty built in, not an adjustable headrest like the higher back thing. Same seats were used in many. This is just obnoxiously noisy now. I'm gonna set this thing on fire. They were used in vans and motorhomes. Essentially, the same seats that were used in Ram Charger. Max Romo has a Montero. He wants to swap a 318 into. Wondering if it's a good idea. It's a lot of work. A lot of work for very little reward, if you ask me. Lots of people wanted to see me 318 swap the 81 Challenger, and I'm not willing to do that because it's so much work, and I have so many 318 powered things or V8 things already. Yeah. It's an interesting idea, but I can't say it's a good one. There you go. You're welcome, Brett, and Merry Christmas to you as well. Frosted Flakes, they're more than good. Bill Truitt with the question about Hemi parts. I don't know if I fully finished answering that. I have almost a whole 426 Hemi now, and there's going to be a video coming up. It would have been Engine Wednesday this week, but it's Christmas, and I'm not going to do a Christmas video because we've done the math, and no one watches them. And I know a bunch of you people probably would if you're not otherwise engaged, and I appreciate that. But that video should be a really, really good one, and I can't risk it. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Jay was asking what I think that 04 Ram with a Hemi would be worth. Dude, I don't know. I would never buy one of those ever in a million years because those Hemis are such garbage and they just fall apart for fun. If it's really, 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 really cheap, buy it and run it into the ground. Why not? But I don't. Yeah. And Rooster had a comment there, which I just lost, but it was something about, we're about out of time. If you do have questions for me and I did not answer them in the live stream, I apologize. You can email me at deaddodgegarage@gmail.com, or you can join our Discord server, which hopefully, I haven't seen a comment from my sister sharing the link to that, but hopefully there is one here somewhere. Or someone can figure out how to invite people. But yeah, you can always email me, deaddodgegarage@gmail.com, if you do have answers. Questions I didn't get to. Scoop, give away Matchbox cars. They're worth money unopened 30 years from now. Nice. Jamie's plan for the Hemi was the 69 Rat Drag car. It's not a Rat Drag car. It's a dirt road destroyer that may occasionally cosplay as a drag car. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, Plymouth on Plywood came all the way to the harbor to see his dad and didn't even stop to say hi. Oh, yeah, the Moparded asked about the Hemi. Yes. So my current plan, and I'm going to talk about all this in a video coming up. My current plan is I have a 426 Hemi and I have a 69 Charger that needs an engine, so I might as well put those two things together. I also have another possible idea, though. Last week, my friend Connor was teasing me with selling me his 66 Coronet, and that car, well, it has some rust, too. It's like a whole working car currently, and I really like the idea of a 66 Coronet or Charger with a 426 as well. And I'm not against putting my wacky 440 in the 69 Charger. So, I haven't 100% decided. I absolutely want the Hemi. I don't even care what it goes in, but I want a worthy car. Does that make sense? I'll be happy just to own it. I don't even care if it goes in a car, frankly. And it's about time to get out of here. Do a Barracuda rear window giveaway event, says Jeff. Nice. Excuse me. It is about time. All the money can go to grooming products. Nice. That's sick. Spitfire Mike, I believe I already told you cannot have my rum cake. Yeah, I'm just a little guy. I know. Scoop has shirts from 1990. Nice. Corn dog giveaway. Not the car, the corn dog Charger, but an actual corn dog. Give away the red black truck as it is. No. The red. The ruined, which one? The what, W100? No, I'm not doing that. A cardiac. The torque converter came forward less than an 1/8 inch to meet the flex plate. Could it be too far into the pump? No. As long as it moved forward, as long as there was a gap, and it was all the way in, and then it slid forward. It doesn't. No, an 1/8 is probably about right. 1/8 to 1/4. No, it should be fine. You can't get it too far in. That's not really a thing. Oh, this is from a while ago, but I'm going to put it up because I like it. Greg said, "Oh, hello, Jamie. Didn't know you did live chats. You're a very talented dude. Deeply intelligent mechanic." Thank you. I appreciate that. I really applied myself to it. I love the Mitsubishi 2.6. My dad had the wagon, same car, brand new special order. Interesting. I don't think we got those here. That's really cool. They don't like the Challenger? How do they feel about the corn? Nice. 340 Dave. What do you know about the Holly 4-barrel on early 70s Mopar big blocks? Awful. Hate them. Throw them away and get Edelbrock Carters. Fully Auto had a question. This was a while ago. I apologize. Again, I suspect you're probably not here. This was like an hour ago. But do you have any tips on timing a 440 with a passenger side water pump housing? Well, if you had the matching timing cover and harmonic balancer, it wouldn't be such a problem. But yeah, if you just can't see it, what you can do is find TDC and make your own mark. I've done that with a paint dot on the timing cover and a matching dot on the balancer, and then you have a mark. But you got to make sure you're always looking at it at the same angle that you drew it from, so it's a little tricky. Dave Freeman is celebrating being a member for 2 months, although I'm pretty sure it's been longer than that, and said to play Freebird, which I will not do. But thanks. Real corn dogs, like at the fair, not the box kind. Yeah, that's exactly it. Amber's got it. Good idea not to try to expand. Common business mistake. Overexpand, overcomplicate. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm sticking with the formula works, and I'm going to keep doing it. So there you go. Andrew Madden, would you do a once-a-month bloopers reel of the past month? You have to understand, I usually leave the bloopers in. The bloopers, the parts that get cut, I don't cut anything funny. The funny stuff is the show. I cut bad words, swearing, bad takes, and tripping over my own language. Like, just I can't talk, or I say things dumb, and I go back and do it again. There are no bloopers worth seeing that aren't in the show. So it's highly unlikely there will ever be a blooper reel. People have asked before, but there just isn't. Yeah. Hot Shoe says there is no advantage to a jet valve head. All they can do is crack. I believe you are right. Paul Wortman says, I missed my calling as a director or producer. Well, I've been a music producer. Kind of. Produced many records. And I would like to produce videos for other people eventually. I think. But I don't think I missed my calling. I think I found my calling. I think it's right here. It draws on all of my strengths, and I cannot imagine anything I could be doing making a better living than I'm making doing this right now. I can't. I have no ideas. I have zero ideas for means of doing better than I'm doing. So, yeah, I appreciate that. I do. But I think I kind of fell into the right thing. Yeah. Amberb is actually 32, just raised weirdly. Todd Denio is old enough to be my father. His daughter turns 11 next month. Mine turns 9 in April. H.R. Howard is an average-aged viewer. Very good. Nice. Alan Zitting is a 1980 model. And Alan Perryman said it's very nice helping with the channel. You know I appreciate it. Alan is the best. And I appreciate his comment, which was, Jamie is awesome. Definitely meet your hero in this case. Yes, I'm exactly as strange as you think. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, the help from Alan, not only in actually doing videos, but also in juggling things around here, and also just kind of in like, and it's not that he does this, it's just he shows up and works. It's like, okay, I gotta work. And that's part of how I've been able to keep churning out 4 videos every week. It's just the extra help, the extra motivation. It's been really good. So everybody thank Alan. Oh, wow. Brady Dog is 59. Almost bought a 70 Coronet for $600 in the 80s. I'll be damned. Hippie Long asked if a Holly 600 is too big for a 64 273. It'll work. You could go smaller, though. All right. Pizza's going to be here any minute. Javi Macias asked about 318 build with 920 heads, curious on the cam specs for our build. I covered the cam specs in the first video on it. I can't remember what I titled that, but it's the first video on Mark's 1968 Plymouth Barracuda, the green one. Hot 318 build. Search Dead Dodge Garage Hot 318 build, and you'll find it, and I talk about the cam. We went pretty conservative on that one because we're keeping stock converter, I'm pretty sure, and stock gears, I'm pretty sure. So it's not a rowdy cam by any means. You could go bigger, but we are not. Dan McIntyre, damn it, I just lost your comment. Where'd it go? He said he is an outlier. I think on the old side, he said. It's largely 45 and up. Largely. And heavily 55 and up. I don't remember the exact percentages. Josh Homan says, I would not take out the counterbalance shaft. Might make the car shaky. Yeah, it might. It's going to be okay, though. And Fox Can Fix It, who is here with us, just did this in his, and he said, it's really not that bad. Good night to everyone. No, I'm not playing Freeburg. Jeff Militich has a Bob Marley t-shirt from 93. My brother was born in 93. And my other brother's a little guy. He was born in 99. Hare Krishna. It's bar time. Yeah. Do I like quick fuel? They're all right. Yeah. Chrysler Simca. The bloopers are the show. Thank you, Scoop. Yeah, you got it. God, there have been a lot of comments tonight. And thank you to everybody thanking Alan. Extra value is what you get when you buy Coronet. Nice. You could be Dodge material. Dan Orcutt is 61. Yep, right in the zone. Nice. I don't know any Christmas music. Damn it. Almost worked. Foggy Mountain. I don't have that one. Thanks, Jamie, for thanking Alan. Thanks, Glunk. Chris Freemaster got it. Dang it. I've never been particularly good at that one. Dang it. It's hard, okay? No, I said it's hard. It goes like that. I'm better on bass. Anyway, nice. Jeff Militich saw Yes in 1975. That's awesome. Big fan. Big fan. Happy Christmas. The war is over. I've heard it, but I don't remember it. Good night, Nolan, and good night to everyone else that's leaving because they know what time it is. Oh, wow. IB Anonymous saw the Yes Songs concert movie in a drive-in theater around 76. That's awesome. You know what I drink alone? I prefer to be by myself. I don't actually know how to play that. I don't know any Wasp. Nice. I'm a big Chris Squire fan. When I bought my Rickenbacker bass, I quickly learned that all of my favorite bassists play. Wait, is he the... Hold on. Wait a second. Did I just mix up Chris Squire and the other guy? If so, that's unfortunate. Damn it. What is his... I should have quit while I was ahead. Yeah, Chris Squire. Yeah, who's the other guy? Whatever. I did it right. Ram Jam. I'm going to... Oh, Type R79 says, good evening from Hoquiam. Good evening from Aberdeen. Any B-Van songs? No. No idea. How? Okay. All right. Oh, someone asked me a while ago if I'm a music guy. Yes. I'm a music guy. Look, you can actually see my champ. It's sitting on the Bandmaster cab right now. We did some jams in here last night. Plymouth on Plywood. Are you still in Tokeland? I thought you visited Tokeland and went home. If you need help, and you can find them, maybe you can hire the B team. Chris Squires, yeah. Do you know any Clutch songs? I do. Damn it. Not well. That song's also in drop D, or open D, anyway. Haven't I played Clutch on here? I don't know. I'm putting the guitar down. Okay, I'll pick up the bass for a second. Ah. It's even plugged into a bass amp, which is rare. That's terrible. Don't do that. There, I picked it up. Okay. All right. There you go. Oh, Plymouth on Plywood left some details in Discord. I'll be here a while. Okay. I'll see them. Do you play pool? I lost to my wife at pool once. That was the last time I played. I don't know, Love Machine. And I usually don't play bass with a pick. I play with my fingers and fingernails, and I recently learned that... oh, God. I can't remember anyone's name. Claypool. Wes Claypool. He also plays that way, except he's actually good. Okay, I'm leaving. Let me also play to Rick. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I am gonna go eat some pizza. Merry Christmas to all who do that. The Ace of Spades. And I'll see you in the comments. I will not have a Wednesday video this week because it'll be Crema. Geddy Lee is also quite good, yes. I'm not a big Rush guy. Primus sucks. Yeah. Okay. With all that money, buy a Fender 6-string bass. I want a bass 6. Yeah. I'm in the market. All right. I'm hitting the button. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate you guys. Everybody that sent me money or became a member tonight, thank you very much. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye now. Merry Crisis. Happy Chrysler.